Look. Why won't you look at where are your manners if a stranger asks for help? Is that... I will share. I have never seen myself before. I don't know if my face is ugly. I don't know the color of my skin. I don't know if I'm even here. That is why I need you. So you can... So I might hide. You won't find me anywhere. Like a fate. I know you listen. With those tiny ears of yours, they look like I could almost grab them. Put my fingers around them. And tear them off. If I do, will you scream? Will I hear your voice? It was a joke. I'm joking. Don't be scared. Hey, how do you think my eyes, when our gazes finally meet? What will you find? Answer. They look lost. That may be so. I am never sure of where I am. My days consist of wandering about aimlessly, searching for something. I worry that if I'm not paying attention, what I'm searching for will slip away. The thought terrifies me. It terrifies me so much. So I always keep my eyes peeled. Even if there's nothing to see, that way, nothing will slip away, no matter where it goes. And no matter where it hides, no matter how terrifying the world might, no matter the countless terrible things I witness by mistake in the process, no matter what, I will never blink. I will forever be confused by the worlds around me. I will forever be lost. But what is that something that I'm searching for? It's been so long since my wandering began. I can no longer recall the feelings that drove me to it. What is it? Is it something I can hold? Is it a being of flesh and bones? Is it nearby? Is it you? Hey, have you ever looked so fervently for something that you end up losing yourself in the process? Have you? Are these my eyes? A good answer. Yet there is only one way to know the truth. Open your eyes. So you won't look at me, even though your eyes are so pretty. I can't see them, but I can imagine them behind their veil of flesh, round like pearls and shiny like jewels. So pretty. It's fine. We still have time. The night is still and silent. People are... Do you know what a door is? Of course you know. You have one. Right there, at the verge of your little world. A door is a barrier to keep the bad out. The bad can be anything. A bad person, a bad smell, and sometimes me. I can't open doors. I find them tricky. Should I push or pull? Should I turn the knob left or right? Should I try to take it off its hinges? Should I chip away at it, hoping it will fall apart? And what happens when it opens? Do I close it behind me? Do I keep it open? But that might be rude to the person who had it closed. But then, how do I get out? And what happens if the wind pushes it close? So many options, so many things that could go wrong. Whenever I stand in front of a closed door, I stare at it for a long time and think of my excuses, because that's all they are. What bothers me the most about closed doors is the idea they exist to keep me up and fills me with the need to go in. So I search for a crevice, anything that might be open, anything that might let me in. I'm not good with doors, but as long as there's a place where I can fit. Every night, I hop across the shadows of the street. I'm careful, so as to not be caught by the light. In my eternal search, I pick a place where to rest. I slip in and spend the night wherever is comfortable. without alerting anyone. Usually it's a cellar, an attic, anywhere with dust, with dirt. I feel at home there. But sometimes just an urge swells inside of me. The urge to be seen. So I search hard for a door that's open, for an entryway covered in darkness, and for someone to be at the other end, awake, as if expecting me. But you won't look at me, even though you had your door open. Why is that? Do I scare you? No. We have been chatting for so long. You haven't chased me out. That means you welcome me. So I'm certain that if I were to reach out my hand, you would reciprocate and grasp. I'm sure your hands are warm. So very warm. Because people are always warm. Hey, how do my hands? When my warmth finally meets yours, how will it feel? Hands. They look tired. That may be so. These fingers of mine have touched so many things. They are always stretching forwards, reaching out for something. The tip of my fingers dance over the surfaces that I travel, and their sensations reach the core of my brain, be it the softness of the first spring flowers, or the roughness of a wall made out of rubbish. Caressing, grabbing, clawing, no matter the time of day, no matter if I'm awake or asleep, as if they had a mind of their own. Even now, they clutch onto the fabric of your bed sheets. They like how these thousands of threads intertwine with each other. The rustle of fabric against fabric, of skin against skin is irresistible. They want more. They want to feel closer, to have it between them and around them. More and more and more. Sometimes, however, they can't reach as far as they'd like. That's when I, hand to hand, I take over and stretch, 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 and they grow. Maybe just the length of a fingernail every time, but they grow, just so they can reach out, clutch what they want, and then throw it aside, discard it, and forgotten. That's why they are tired, because they never stop seeking, and most likely, never will. Hey, have you ever stretched your fingers to grab a hold of something important, only to learn that it's been long out of your grasp? Have you? These are these my hands? A good answer, yet there is only one way to know the truth. Open your eyes. So you won't look at me, even though my hands could be the same as yours. Think about it. Maybe you and I are similar. No, I know we are. I can feel it in my skin. Oh, can you hear it? My skin is pulsating. It has been long since this happened. It's a sign of my innermost emotions flowing out. I'll be satisfied as long as someone tells me how I look, but it's not like anyone will do. If it did, then it would be oh so easy, since I could show myself to everyone at once, every living person in this land, and ask them all the same question. Someone will answer. There's no doubt about it, but it might not be the answer I wish for, since I don't want to be judged. I don't want to be perceived as something I'm not. It scares me. That is why, when someone is on the verge of looking at me, I shy away. I hide, fading into the dark. But you might be different. If it's you, it might be possible to stand still, if only for a second. That way you can help me, and we can both be fulfilled. Just thinking about it, it makes me feel not good with words. There was a person in my past who taught me to speak like a person. They were not good at it either, and thinking back on it, they certainly didn't enjoy it. To teach a wordless being how to talk must be a challenge. Yet, they did, simply because they could. It is weird to remember, because it makes me think of why I want to be seen, and I am not. Sure, I don't care much for my appearance. I don't want to be judged. But if that were it, I could easily stay out of sight. So why is it? Why do I want someone to recognize me so much? Maybe it's only because I can, because everyone gets to be recognized. But me. But I will. Once you open your eyes. There it is. Just thinking about the moment you unveil your sight onto me, and you finally take those bed sheets off your body. And you inspect every crevice of mine, and you finally, to let me hear what and to maybe even, but I don't know what, surely it would be evident. Hey, what does my expression, when that veil of uncertainty finally disappears? What will we convey to each other? Answer me. A cheerful smile. That may be so. It would only make sense for the end of this journey to bring me joy. It has been so long. I can no longer remember. But who's to say it had a beginning? Maybe the starting point is that faint memory, the earliest one I can recall. I was walking, and for some reason, I rarely travel during the daytime, only when the fear of being seen isn't, so I must have believed. But it's strange, since the place I was walking through was a city, one full of people. I couldn't see them, but I knew they were there, hiding in the shadows, completely motionless, living in wait of their deaths. And what's more, none dared to look at me. Did they even know I was there? Maybe. All I remember is feeling a certain kinship towards the hidden inhabitants of that settlement. They were like me, living in fear of what others might think, and who's to say I wasn't one of them? Maybe I spent my days as part of the scenery as well, and one day I decided to go a walk that hasn't yet found its end. It's my earliest memory, and no experience afterwards had made me want to smile more than that. So if you say I am smiling, then surely that's how it must be. But tonight, I'm not joyful. So if my expression is truly one of cheer, then I must be lying through my smiling teeth. Hey, have you ever expressed honest happiness in your face when in reality you're feeling anything but? Have you? This expression, is this my expression? I see. Thank you. You have truly helped me tonight. These are my eyes. These are my hands. And this is my expression. I consider these my most treasured features, and you have helped me picture them all. No one has done this for me. I feel a connection with you, one born out of honest gratitude. But there's one step left. You need to make sure of the truth. It is the only way. So please, open. Oh, look. Why, where, if a string is that? I will, I haven't, I don't, that is, so you, so you won't, I know you listen, that, look, I could put my thing, and if, will I don't be, how do you, when are, they look broken, that I'm always searching for, it's what drives me to look inside places, but sometimes I strain so hard, little pieces seem to fall off my face, one after another, making a cracking sound as they go. A sound like this. In my desperation, I always attempt to piece them back together. I kneel and search for the missing fragments of myself, but they are never there. Maybe the wind takes them somewhere out of my reach, and that makes me sad. So sad. I put my hands where my eyes and I borrow my and I take it out. I take everything out. Every little piece that remains harder, furiously, and I pray to whoever's listening to give back what's mine, to not make me lose more than I've already lost. I don't want to waste my time and search for more than I care for, yet no one delivers. No one is listening, and so I weep invisible tears until I can feel the sorrow no more. Hey, have you ever strained yourself so hard to see what you want that you end up blinding yourself to all? Have you? These eyes, are these? A good answer, yet there is only hope. So you won't, even though I can't see them, round and so, it's fun, the night, people are, do you, of course you have one, right there, a door is the bed, and should I, and what do I keep with that, but, and someone have I still, and because what about to keep, and fit so I, anything, I'm not, but as long every night I'm getting mine, I slept, usual, I feel, but some just inert, the earth, so, as, but you, even though, what are you do, we have been, you, that mean, so I'm certain that you would reciprocate. I'm sure your hands are so, because people, hey, I'm in my warm hands. They look incomplete. That may be so amidst my travels. I have lost more than I can. I have left people behind, people who are my chat companions, just like you are. So it's no wonder that by leaving them behind, I will leave parts of me as well. Things such as skin, or flesh, or bones, or anything that makes me, as farewell gifts. You could say it sounds like an excuse, and that's because it is. Because I am careless and overly curious. I can't help but wonder how everything feels to the touch, like the crust of a tree or the surface of a frozen lake. But sometimes I find something else, like a building engulfed in a raging fire. I think of the screams in the distance, or the suffering and death in charred skin, and wonder, how does that feel? So I put my hands to the fire. It hurts, but I tolerate it, and keep them there for long enough that the uncomfortable feeling dissipates, and the smell of charred skin starts protruding from my own. And when I take them out, the feeling persists, that horrible but intoxicating feeling. I seek such extreme sensation. The edge of a knife sometimes provides, other times the fangs of a beast, most times. However, it's by mere accident. I would place my fingers over a benign surface, only to discover it's covered in spikes, and I will leave my hands there as I traverse along it, leaving parts of my body as a farewell gift. In that sense, it's not so different from what I was saying before. The fire and the blades are friends. They have granted me times of great fun, so it's only polite to leave something of yours as a sign of thanks. But there's one thing I've always loathed from these they're always painful. I'd rather they weren't. Hey, have you ever placed yourself in harm's way, only to satisfaction you've realized is not yours. Have you? Are these my ends? A good answer, yet they're open. So you won't look, even though my hand, think of, maybe, no, I can, oh, can you hear my skin? It has, but if it's every, and that's, but, I don't, that is, but if that, feels like, there was a, they are not, and thinking back to simply, it is, because, I don't, so why do I want someone? Maybe, because, once you open your eyes, just think, and you find to let, and to maybe, but surely it would be evident, if you were to look at my face. Hey, what does when that veil of uncertainty finally disappears? An emotionless stare that maybe expressions are difficult. They require one's face to contort in many different ways. I am not capable of that. Everything about me is stiff, from the way I walk, to the way I talk, to the way it is I may hurt and I may grow, but I do not change, not in the way other people do. People interact with each other. They form connections. They experience thrills. A person becomes someone different with each passing second. Turning old and perishing. However, I don't think I'm capable of any of those things. My journey began long ago, longer than any person has ever journeyed, and in my life, I have seen others born and die, born and die. A person's existence is so fleeting, and yet, so many things happen to them, so many worthwhile memories. It is something I lack, were I to write a book. I could not fill a single page. It's not for the lack of memories, but rather because these memories mean nothing to me, save for a minuscule number. They are all the same, blending with each other into a mottled gray, lacking the meaning people often give to that which they care about. Perhaps, if someone else had lived what I had, they would see meaning, they would treasure it, but I cannot, no matter how I can't see any worth in what, and by extension, in what I am. I want for someone to tell me how I look, yet I don't see that as important. No one but me would care. So why should I care? But that doesn't mean I have never. I feel things, joy, sorrow, fear. I am always feeling, and right now, I am feeling strong. It's here, in my pulsating skin. You say my expression is, and if you say so, but soon you will, because what I'm feeling. Hey, have you ever masked yourself with indifference, only to hide the overwhelming emotions hiding beneath? Have you? This expression is this. I see. Thank you. You have truly. These, and this. I consider and you have helped no one. I feel one, but there's, you need to make, it is the only, so open. No. I see, I understand. No. It's fine. You have still helped me by answering my question. No one has done that for me before, so I have no right to ask for anything else. No, that is ever since I stepped into, you have refused to engage with me. Not even once, 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 not even once. Did you open your eyes? Not even once. Did you look at my face? You stayed there, acting as if you were asleep, feigning ignorance and not moving an inch, at times making me believe that our conversation was just in my head. You haven't opened your mouth, but you didn't need to. I can hear far, far beyond what most others can, and I can see further than what others would consider the dark, empty bottom. That's why I know that I wasn't wrong. You are. Like me, we are the same. You too. Look for what's not there. You too. Reach out for what might hurt you. And you too are a liar. The type that shows one thing every answer you've given me so far has been wrong. I am not what you said I am. These eyes, these hands, this expression, they aren't mine. Maybe they are yours, but I do not care. Not anymore. Open your eyes. I didn't want to be judged. I didn't want to be perceived for something I'm not. And that's all you did. So now, you will open your eyes and see me for what I truly am. You said so. Remember that in this room, you know how everything looks. It was those words that brought me here. So you have to do right by that which you claimed. It is time. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. You had your chance. It's not up to you. You won't open your eyes. I will. Your eyes are as beautiful as I imagined. Tell me, my new friend, what do you see? That won't do. Open your eyes. Open them. Open them now. Open. Oh no, it seems I did it. You can't see anymore, right? You can't talk anymore, right? You can't think anymore, right? Then, this is farewell. Thank you for trying, friend. Even though you are a liar, I leave this piece of myself here with you. I must look for the right person. Someone who can tell me how I look. Someone who can explain to me why everyone looks like that when they do. Where are your emphasis? That is, so you won't, you let fail, look, I put my hand, if, will I hear, don't, how do you, when, they look, that may be so, the eye, that's what someone told me. Oh, they said that the soul was holy, bright, beautiful, every person has one. But that person said I was the exception, that something like me couldn't possibly own something so pure. They looked inside of me, took a deep breath, and announced their conclusion with great fatigue. Their eyes that could see it all. I'm sure that if you were to cut me apart, even if I felt it sometimes crawling through my veins, maybe that's why I've never seen myself before, because I'm empty. But isn't that something to be grateful for? Because if I were to look, then surely I would feel disappointed by not looking. I can ease myself of that pain, so maybe this is for the best. I can't remember who was the first to recite these words, nor the second, nor the third, nor the several others who came after. The only thing I remember is that they looked as empty as I did to them. Hey, have you ever felt so empty? So devoid of what makes everyone that you've embraced the void as your own, have you? These are these my eyes? Is that so? Then how do you think my eyes are? Answer me. They look. That may be so. The eyes are the window to the that's what someone told this bright. But that's so they look there. I'm even maybe but it's because of them. So I can north the that you have these eyes are these my eye. A good answer. So you won't even I can't round and so it's the people are do you know of you have the back and so I should I and what to put that but then it was so whenever I stare and because what Bob to keep it so I any I'm not but but you are to you so when they look deceitful. That may be so. These hands of mine tend to squirm into places I could never imagine, be it tiny holes in the walls, housing arachnids of all sizes, or the pockets of midnight walkers, strolling the parks that sometimes serve me as home. These fingers squirm in, and drag out what they find. So now I carry all sorts of trinkets with me. Keys, peeping gadgets, notes with love poems in them. The corpse of one or two I keep, but because the bird they're so I. But what of the keys? What of the bolt? What of the rack? There are too many ifs. But I'm all, so I let them stay with me, slowly becoming, helping me. I've grown so these fingers won't stop squirming and coiling around everything they feel, and I can only hope I would be saddened because I wouldn't get to enter rooms like yours anymore. Hey, have you ever attempted to help yourself grow by mercilessly taking away from someone else? Have you? These are these. A good answer yet. Oh. So you won't look, even though my head think of maybe you know. I can feel. Oh, can you? I'll be satisfied as but if it's every live and ask them someone. But since I don't want that is I but you, if it's you that they're what they are nothing to teach yet simply it is because it meant I don't why do I once you just and you to let me and to make but I don't sure what does one that end. A surprised grimace. That tonight is the first I hear about my eyes or my hands. And the new and unexpected is always a source of surprise. People always act surprised when I show myself before them. So it makes sense that my appearance would surprise me as well. At times, they stop moving, merely looking at me in awe. At others, they scream and run and exhaust themselves to the point they can't think. Others, they don't feel much at all. They sit and stay and attempt to talk. I don't like when they do that. It's like they are not seeing me, not recognizing me. I much prefer when they freeze. I much prefer when they scream. A reaction is what I want. It's a sign that I am there and that my existence means something to them. That's why I like you. You did not scream, yet you did not run either. You were surprised and averted your eyes. You stayed, listening, acknowledging you are the first to do this for me. You are new and unexpected. Yet, how is this really? No. You say it is, so it must. But what I'm feeling right now, what I'm experiencing, it's not the same as those who've seen me. As if they're surprised. Hey, have you ever acted surprised? Not because you are, but because you believe that's how you must feel. Have you? This expression, is this my expression? I see. Thank you. You have truly these and this. I consider these my and you have helped. No one has. I feel one more, but they're unique. It is so. I can see further than what others would. That's that I you are the time, but you because every aspect these eyes, these hands, they aren't made, but not. Oh, I didn't want to be perceived for something, and that's so now. And see, you said that it was so you have to. It is to open. You had your chance. It's not up to you. You won't open it. I will. What? That won't. I will open. It's you can. Thank you. Even I leave them. I'm so. Why? Where are you? If this, I will. I don't. That is. See, but so you won't like it. I know you let feel like I put my. If I do, will I hear? I don't. How do you? That I am my day. I will. So even if that no matter, I will. But what? It's what? Is it? Have you heard that you want? Are these? You hope. You make it round and shuts. It's the people. Do you know? Of course you have. I don't. The bad. Should I? But then, and so whenever I stand, because what to get so any. I'm not but as every. I'm in my eyes. But just in the earth. As it. But even do no. We have you. So I've crept these squirrels. I would pick up. Have you by mercy? Are these? I could yet no. So you think they know I can? Oh, can you hear it? My skin has. I'll be, but if it isn't every and that some, but since I don't, that is I hide. But you, if it that would, feel I can. I am there. What they are and think to teach. Simply, it is big. What? So it's not. You not. But is this? I see. What? But you. It is. No. You have no one. So you have not. You. And that you. Past these. Maybe they are yours, but not. Oh. I did. And so and you said that it was. So you have. It is to hope. Hope. You had your chance. It's not up to you anymore. You won't open your eyes. I will. Tell me what? That won't open them. Oh, and you can't talk anymore. You can't think anymore. Then think, even though I leave this piece of myself, I must